The Indian Parliament holds three main sessions each year: budget, monsoon, and winter. In the February budget session, it is decided how we will tax, spend, and which schemes will be put in place for the full year. In this session, Parliament determines fuel prices, subsidies, and the budget for education, health, and infrastructure. Initially, the recommended dates are decided by the government's Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs. These dates are sent to the President of India, who then officially summons Parliament to meet. In the summons, the President calls both houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, to meet on certain dates and times. Members are only permitted to legally meet for the session after the summons. The budget session is typically the first session of any given year. This is where the significant constitutional traditions and the comprehensive details of the government's agenda commence. The session starts with an address by the President to a joint sitting of both houses. This speech outlines the government's policy priorities and the broad direction for the year ahead. After the address, members of both houses discuss the motion of thanks. This is a president's speech response and a debate on important national topics. Before the budget, the government presents the economic survey. It outlines last year's economic performance and provides context for the budget numbers. On Budget Day, which is the 1st of February, the Finance Minister presents the Union Budget in Lok Sabha at 10:30 a.m. This practice of budget in early February is to put forth proposals right at the beginning of the financial year. The budget speech, which details out the government's plans for revenue and expenditure, is presented. Also, at the same time, extensive documents and budget bills are placed on the table of Parliament for study. Key documents put forth are the Finance Bill, which puts forth tax proposals, and the Appropriation Bill, which authorises withdrawal of money from the Consolidated Fund of India to pay for expenditures. The budget session is a two-part affair which sees a break in between. In the first phase, we see the President's address, motion of thanks, and general discussion of the budget. Is the budget fair, balanced, and growth-oriented? During recess, which is a break from sitting sessions of Parliament, work does not stop. Committee members study in detail the demands for grants of each ministry. These presenters, which are made up of MPs from various parties, bring in experts, study data, and put together reports. They put forth recommendations, which in turn help Parliament in the area of spending. When the second phase begins, the focus shifts to voting and passing money-related bills. This is when the demands for grants, the Appropriation Bill, and the Finance Bill are taken up. In Lok Sabha, demands for grants for key ministries are discussed and then put to vote. The House decides how much money each ministry is actually allowed to spend from the Consolidated Fund. Once the demands for grants are voted, the Appropriation Bill is introduced and passed. This law legally authorises the government to withdraw the required sums from the Consolidated Fund of India. The Finance Bill deals with changes in taxes, like income tax, customs, or excise duties. When it is passed and becomes the Finance Act, the new tax rates and rules come into force. The budget-related bills are classified as money bills. Lok Sabha has the final say on money bills, while Rajya Sabha can discuss and recommend changes but cannot block them permanently. Even during the budget session, Parliament also handles regular business, question hour, statements by ministers, and debates on important bills and urgent public issues. The aim is to complete all budget-related legislation before the 31st of March. That way, when the new financial year starts on the 1st of April, the government has clear authority to collect taxes and spend money. What happens in the February session shows up later in your life as tax slabs, subsidies, interest-free schemes, infrastructure projects, and welfare programs that you see. So in short, the budget session sets the government's agenda, reviews the economy, presents and debates the budget, and passes the laws that control how every rupee of public money is raised and spent for the year.